Alrighty, time to get started on this. This is a game I have wanted to do for quite a while now. And because I know I'm going to get a million questions about this, I am doing this in DOSBox X with running Windows 95. Actually, what's in my recycled bin? Oh, just that. Okay. Anyway, I've also been working on setting up several other games I've wanted to play. It's Ghostly Oh, wait. Bunch of old stuff from my childhood. But this is the game we're here for. You'll notice it's differently titled than what it says for the stream. That's because this got a retitling later. I love that theme, and the CDs actually have that theme song on it. Anyway, we need to sign ourselves up. And let us start. I was always disappointed when later in life I could not get this opening to work properly because of advancing technology. And now I get to watch it perfectly again. Note the name of the chief.
Mine at last. The one and only Acme Chronoskimmer.
I'm used to the Chronoskimmer being a ship.
A wild ride, my friends. This new time travel device will allow us to tunnel back in time and steal history's greatest treasures. I'm going to drop each of you off at a different time and place in history. Your job is to steal an historical object. Each of you will receive a note revealing exactly where to hide until I pick you up. Don't forget, tear up that note so no Acme agents can track you
Now, I wonder
down.
why Sir Vile and the other
Chronoskimmer activated.
chick got to be
History
flashed
awaits.
twice. Also, I know most of those Vile villains showed up in the game show. There's a couple I'm not sure about, though.
Time pilot. We've got a major problem. Carmen Sandiego, the world's most notorious thief, just stole our chronoskimmer. What's a chronoskimmer? The only time travel device on the planet, that's all. Now Carmen and her cohorts control it, and they're on their way to steal historic treasures from the past. If they succeed, all of world history will get thrown out of whack. Only one person can stop them. You. I'll tell you how. Wherever the chronoskimmer goes, it leaves a time tunnel behind. Think of it as a passage between two holes in the fabric of time. It was a problem we never got around to fixing, and it's a good thing we didn't, because now you can follow the thieves' trail through the time tunnels. There's the time portal. So jump in and I'll give you more details while you travel. It's takeoff time, time pilot! When you're here in the tunnel, I can talk to you, but once you're in the past, I'll be out of contact. In fact, I won't even be born yet. But don't worry. I'll send along an Acme good guy to help you. This first trip is a long one. You're going all the way back to ancient Egypt, where there's something vile on the Nile. Queen Hatshepsut should have taken the throne by now, but it hasn't happened. Find out why. Here's antiquity now. She's got your Chronopedia and your Acme time cups. Carmen always leaves a note telling her crooks where to hide, so collect any note scraps you may find. And here's the most important thing. Carmen and her creeps have messed up history.
Hi, Michael.
So do the world a favor and set things straight.
Whoa, time traveling always gives me a head rush. Cool. Hi there, pilot. I'm Ann Tickwitty, your trusty Acme good guide. We're in ancient Egypt, circa 1490 BCE. That's over 3,000 years backwards in time. We'd better get investigating. Just tap on that boatman to talk with him. Then select a question to ask him. Oh, and remember, I'm here to help. If you get stuck, you can ask me for advice anytime.
Of course, like any good point-and-click, we have things we can look at.
The Great Pyramid is considered the best crafted structure on Earth. It's made of thousands of huge stone slabs, carefully fitted together. It's a staggering feat.
The Sphinx is a curious old creature with a pharaoh's head and a lion's body. It was built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu in the Old Kingdom over 1,000 years ago. Now that's old.
Anyway, we should talk to the boatman, like she said.
Welcome, strangers. You can talk to me by selecting any of the questions below. Who, you ask? Why, Hatshepsut is the great queen and pharaoh of Upper and Lower Egypt. A pharaoh is a descendant of the gods who rule over all the people of Egypt.
You seem to be talking in the past tense.
The very name yields a clue. The word pharaoh means greatest house, and all the great pharaohs live in splendid houses indeed. Palaces, really.
You can tell when you're done with a line of questioning because it turns orange.
It seems that Hatshepsut cannot properly bury her recently departed husband, the revered pharaoh Thutmose II. She needs the Egyptian Book of the Dead to prepare her husband's mummy. But the book has vanished.
Yeah, we're in the past, but this is technically his present. He should be talking in the present tense.
Some say that a strangely attired rogue stole the book outright. The theft has sent a shockwave up and down the Nile. Certainly. But first, you must assist me. That sack on the riverbank contains my supplies for preparing mummies. Please move it onto my craft.
To move that bag, pilot, click down and hold. Then drag it up onto the boat.
The time cuffs come with a translator.
I thank you for carrying my provisions on board. It will be darkest night by the time we land, so please take one of my spare torches from the boat. You'll need it.
It's already dark, though.
All is in order. Now my oars will carry us to Hatshepsut's temple.
We're ready to shove off. Take another look around if you like. If not, let the boatman know we're ready to cruise the Nile. How can I help? I think we're done here. Let's ask the boatman for a lift down the Nile.
You know, that voice sounds familiar. I'll have to go look that up later.
Hello again. Can you believe the troubles besetting poor Queen Hatshepsut? As you wish. Hold on while I push off.
What a smooth trip down the Nile. Well, here we are at the temple. The woman over there must be Hatshepsut.
But first, paper. Must pick up litter.
Hey, that must be a shred of the secret note Carmen wrote for her thief. Once we find all the pieces of Carmen's note, we'll be able to deduce the thief's hiding spot.
Good day, travelers. Have you come to offer aid? All is in crisis. First, my husband, Pharaoh Thutmose II, passed from this life, And now I cannot even arrange for his safe passage to the next world because someone has stolen the Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead is not just any book. It helps us Egyptians prepare a body into a well-preserved mummy. The book is then entombed with the mummy to serve as guide in the afterlife.
Okay, so if it's entombed with the mummy, you should have multiple copies, right? Considering there are multiple buried mummies?
If not properly mummified, my husband will be vulnerable to evil spirits. Only the Book of the Dead can guide and protect him in the realm of the dead. And who are you that you do not know? I am His Majesty, Makare Hatshepsut, esteemed pharaoh over the upper and lower lands of Egypt.
Boy, this is a question I'm not sure could get away with anymore.
Indeed, I am a woman, but since Egyptian pharaohs are typically male, convention demands that I be addressed as a man and wear an official beard. It is a strange situation, but nothing I cannot handle. When my husband Pharaoh Thutmose II passed on, his son, Thutmose III, was only 5 years old and too young to rule. I, therefore, took the throne for myself, and I've discovered it suits me exceedingly well. Observe the distant tomb in the Valley of the Kings. Within, my head priest labors at the side of my late husband. Please, enter the tomb and help the head priest finish the mummification ceremony.
Hey, don't forget, we can always re-ask any questions we've already brought up.
So instead of coming with a giant encyclopedia, this game has a built-in encyclopedia. So I want to look up something. Hatshepsut, New Kingdom, Egyptian gods. Yep, Carmen, Sandiego. Okay, no mention of the Book of the Dead. I was hoping it would answer that question of, like, how can it be stolen if it's buried with the mummies? Should they not have multiples? Anyway. Torch on torch.
Way to go. Now we'll turn up the heat on this case.
May the gods protect you.
Welcome. Have you come to help me prepare the deceased pharaoh for his mummified voyage to the afterlife?
First we meet a pharaoh with a fake beard. Now we need to make a body into a mummy. This is one strange investigation.
Thank you for the follow, Ted.
I'll bet Thutmose II looked better when he was ruling 10 million people.
We recently removed the pharaoh's internal organs and packed him in salty natron to dry out. He has had better days.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm pretty sure anyone with a cat had the cat mummified with them too.
What do you keep in these jars?
Those are royal canopic jars, where King Thutmose's liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines are quietly resting.
Ugh, sorry I asked.
I think the heart and brain are supposed to be in those too. Okay. I never noticed that whispering before when I played this as a kid. That's kind of creepy.
Greetings, strangers.
Probably
It's
also
just
never played
you
this
and
with
me,
headphones.
And of course, the mummy. Perhaps you'd like to help. We've been hard at work here, transforming dear Thutmose into a proper mummy for his trip to the afterlife. But all my assistants have run off looking for the thief who stole our Book of the Dead. I can't finish this mummy all by myself. Well, actually, I'm at a loss. As head priest, I rarely have to do the dirty work myself. I'm really more of a mummy manager. So, with my helpers gone, I don't know what to do next. Somewhere in this tomb lies a second set of mummy-making instructions. But protocol demands that the head priest, that's me, avoid getting dusty. Luckily, you scruffy-looking visitors look perfect for the search.
Thanks.
Ah, you must mean my ceremonial mask. This mask represents Anubis, a fearsome god with the head of a desert jackal. Hardly. Anubis is the god of the dead, who weighs your heart before you enter the underworld. Not precisely. He weighs your heart against the feather of truth to judge your worthiness. After death, the worthy go on to the afterlife, while the evil are gobbled up by the ever-famished monster, Amit. Not exactly. The instructions will help us finish making the mummy, but we'll still need the Book of the Dead afterwards. For now, let's just stick to the mummy making.
Well, let's try our hand at this.
Watch it. It's not nice to anoint dead pharaohs before we know what we're doing. Let's hold off until we found instructions. I'll bet Thutmose II looked better when he was ruling 10 million people.
We recently removed the pharaoh's internal organs and packed him in salty natron to dry out. He has had better days.
Apparently it somehow double-clicked.
Wow, it's dark as a tomb in here. Oh, yeah, we are in a tomb. Our time thief was in this tomb and dropped a piece of Carmen's note.
I love how it's always taped together. Gee, those symbols look familiar. Also, nice official-looking doorway to the other instructions.
Did you see those hieroglyphs on the wall? I wonder what they mean.
Enough exploring. Are you ready to begin the mummy preparing ceremonies?
We've seen the sights. Okay, pilot, let's start the ceremony.
First thing I'm going to do is mess it up, because I love his reaction.
Stop! The honey may be sweet in the afterworld, but in the real world, it will attract bugs. What a mess! We'll have to begin again. Let me restore the mummy to its original condition.
Let's have another look at those hieroglyphs while the priest cleans up in here.
Whee!
Everything is cleaned up in here. Let us begin the mummy making again.
Alright, yeah. Let's actually do this right this time.
Correct. The oil keeps the skin soft.
Cool. The hieroglyphs on that jar really do mean oil.
Ah, yes, that's right. This resin-soaked cloth protects the body from air and helps it hold the proper shape. Even in death, a pharaoh must keep up appearances.
Excellent. More genuine hieroglyphs decoded.
This mask is adorned with prayers to protect the mummy's head from evil spirits. Praise the gods! That's a wrap. We still need the Book of the Dead, but for now, let's move the mummy to the final burial chamber.
Be prepared for a lot of bad puns.
Whoa, we're in the burial tomb. Let's dig out our thief and recover the Egyptian Book of the Dead. All right. That's the final piece of Carmen's note. Let's read it, then use the Chronopedia to figure out her hidden meaning. Once we do, we'll know the spot where our thief is hiding.
The King of Gods.
I'll activate the time cuffs straight away. Once they're active, use them on the hiding spot indicated in Carmen's note. And remember, the Chronopedia can help us figure out what the Carmen note means.
So my original idea when I wanted to Let's Play this was I would end, like, my update here where I have the time cuffs active, and I would ask the thread to vote on where you would find the thief. And I'd post all these pages of the Chronopedia up to see how many people would get it. Also, if you mean the one with, like, Zack and Ivy in it, and the floating head, it's still pretty good. I have it on DVD. So, Egyptian gods. This is the page we want. Osiris ruled the underworld. Hathor. Re, also known as Ra, was the god of the sun and creator, and the creator god. Also a giant metal bird.
Bullseye! Carmen's note pointed to the king of the gods, and that means Amun-Re, the Egyptian sun god. This case is sealed shut. Sir Vile is under wraps, and the Book of the Dead is back on track.
Now, whenever I watched the game show, it always seemed like Sir Vile was the villain she'd pick.
Let's go, Sir Vile. We've got a nice, damp Acme cell where you can kick back and rust.
You have put the lid on my dark deeds for now, Acme agents. But you shall never seal my armored coat!
Congratulations! You snagged that sneaky Sir Vile, bagged the Book of the Dead, and even managed to mummify a pharaoh. I salute you! Thanks to you, the ancient ruler will have laughter in the afterlife, and Egyptian history is restored. Great job! There's another case ahead if you want to take it. Ready to get right back to work?
Of course.
Tie on your toga, time pilot. This time tunnel terminates in ancient Rome, circa 50 BCE, during Julius Caesar's reign. For some reason, Rome's amazing water system is completely dry. You'd better find out why. This case calls for a master engineer. That's why I'm sending along Acme's inventor extraordinaire, Ivan Idea, as your good guide. He's got your time cuffs and your next Chronopedia chapter. Good luck with the case, time pilot, and dip a toe in the Po if you get a chance.
Hey there, pilot. I'm your good guide, Ivan Idea. Can you believe we're really here in ancient Rome? Julius Caesar is right over there. I wonder why he looks so wiped out.
Hail, strangers, lend me your ears. Some wretched renegade has stolen the Forum and vandalized our great city's plumbing in the bargain.
Well, we'd better have a word with Caesar and see what's up.
But first, we already have a note.
Too much! Take a look at that Carmen note.
Steal the Forum. So now we know what's missing.
Good day, and forgive my distracted state. The sewers are in an uproar. I am Julius Caesar, powerful leader, and soon to be Emperor of Rome. Military brilliance, my friend. I am a clever and fearless general, and I have commanded the best trained legions in all the Roman Empire. I made my reputation as a general, but lately I've been focusing on politics. I brought order to the rowdy Roman streets, and I plan to introduce the 365-day calendar any month now. Yes, and a most felonious one. Some wretch stole the whole city block that houses the Roman Forum.
I'd question how that was possible, but then again, time travel.
The Forum is the center of all government, business, law, and religion. Rome will be lost without it. The villain escaped through our sewer system before my legionnaires could grab him, wrecking the pipes in his rush. When the thief escaped, he knocked many of the sewer pipes out of place. We have a serious failure of flow as a result. Why? Everyone needs clean water to drink and bathe, and the latrines must carry away unhealthy wastes. If the sewers are not fixed, things will get ugly fast. I thought you'd never ask. Go find my head plumber who is working beneath the streets of Rome. He could certainly use your help fixing the scattered sewers.
Okay, I want an explanation of the mosaic.
That's a mosaic, an intricate picture put together like a jigsaw puzzle using ceramic tiles or cut stones.
That's not an explanation of what the picture actually is.
Until later, farewell.
It's about time you laborers arrive to fix the plumbing. No one can bathe properly without flowing water.
Sure they can. Go find a lake.
Hey there! Stopped by for some bath gossip? Justinian is my name. Just your regular, dashing and handsome Roman, enjoying my community bath. Why, they're a welcome event for me. I come to exercise, cleanse my body, and listen to gossip. Unfortunately, there's not much of a crowd today. Soap? What is soap? No, I rub olive oil over my body, scrape it off with a strigil, and rinse with fresh water. Clean as a whistle. Here's the latest gossip. Caesar is getting so powerful and popular that he might declare himself emperor. The Senate is getting so nervous that they may take drastic action. Juicy stuff, no?
That too, old man?
Now there's a debate needing more than one bath. Put briefly, the Senate and Caesar share power in Rome, but tend to try and outdo each other. I'd love to, but without water there is not much of a bath. Potato! That latrine looks backed up. The smell alone could overpower a fierce enemy.
Latrine is another word for toilet. So, hey, where do you guys keep the toilet paper?
Oh, paper is much too rare and expensive to be used in that manner. We prefer sponges attached to sticks.
Okay then.
Hail, friends. I could really use a hand. Hordes of angry Romans may come flooding down here at any moment.
We have a job to do, pilot, and remember, talk to me if you need help.
Okay, so I'm once again going to mess this up on purpose because I love the failure dialogue.
Let's not move these lead pipes around till we've talked with the Imperial plumber.
I suppose if I must.
Greetings. I hope you've come to help solve my plumbing predicament. I'm Marius Maximus, plebeian plumber of the Roman Republic. My job is essential. Roman plumbing brings fresh water to the public baths and fountains while also carrying away waste. Without my services, Rome would be a mess. It seems an escaping thief knocked many of these sewer pipes out of place. If things aren't fixed fast, the Roman citizenry will soon be thirsty, dirty, and sick. Try putting these sewer pipes into place. When you finish, we'll arm the pumps and get the water flowing. Like this. It is quite simple, really. We need to get clean water flowing up to the fountain and bath above, and we need to drain the dirty latrine water down to that trough on the floor.
Okay, now it's time to mess it up. Do-do-do-do.
Right. You've plugged up all the gaps. Time to use the pumps.
But first, a note!
Carmen note! Our thief must have pipelined right through here.
A tonic.
Let's apply some muscle. Will you help me pump?
Primed and ready to pump.
Why don't you journey up to the surface and see if our pipes are working in the daylight?
Well, we've got some water running. Let's check out the buildings again and see if we have things right.
Well, that wasn't the failure I wanted.
Potato! Woohoo! That...
Yeah. Same
Hail,
dialogue.
fellow plumbers. How goes the flow?
Sorry, but the sewer still seems out of whack.
Ah, well. Try rearranging the pipes. That may help. There's a pipe in the way.
Try this.
Please go above ground and see if the pipes are now working.
There we go.
What happened down there? This bathwater is vile and smells like a country barnyard. Ooh-wee!
We have flow up top. We best examine the facilities here more closely.
Okay, now I'll put it right.
How does it look up top?
Well, we're still experiencing technical difficulties.
I see. Back to the plumbing then, my friends.
These out of the way. I'm pretty sure that's right. So, I want this one. That one and that one. I might need to switch these two.
Please go above ground and see if the pipes are now working.
Congratulations!
There we go.
The plumbing works fine now, and I was in sore need of a bath. Oh, and I found this floating in my clean bath water. Have a look.
Super job! You found the last Carmen note. We can decipher the riddle with a little help from the Chronopedia.
Use some marble.
I'm charging up the time cuffs. Let's use them where the thief is hiding.
Our plumbing is ailing no longer. In gratitude, I shall host a party in your honor. We can all wear our most elaborate togas.
My first toga party! Stoked! Oh, wait, almost forgot. We're here to catch a thief. Sorry, Caesar. We'll have to catch a Roman scene some other time.
As you wish. All the 7 hills of Rome thank you.
Okay, bye. Anyway, when they said chapter of Chronopedia, yeah, we can go back to, like, the Egypt one if we want to for whatever reason, but... Where is the thing I need? Entertainment. Ionic. Familiar word.
Super deducing, pilot. That column with the marble horns is 100% ionic. Talk about ironic. We've cracked the case and captured the diabolical Dr. Belljar. Tough luck, Belljar. Your formula for fiendishness has failed. You're due for a long tune-up in the Acme jail.
You've pulled the plug on my prank, but Carmen won't leave me short-circuited for long.
Way to go, Time Pilot! You busted that beastly bell jar, found the forum, and restored the history of civil engineering. Thanks to you, Rome's sewer system is in top working order, and because of that, we all have indoor plumbing today.
Yay.
For that, you deserve recognition. I'm promoting you to Time Scout. Now you've got something to scout about. There's a whole new case just up ahead. Can you take it on right now?
Now, for the sake of showing off this promotion thing...
Okay, then take a break. Great work so far. Come back soon.
Get back in here real fast. Skip. And yeah, our rank changes on the roster every time she says we get a new rank. And if we want to, we can revisit cases we finished. Which was something for the, whoops. That wasn't what I wanted. I don't remember how to access it, but there was like a, there's like a feature where you could select certain missions to, text on sound music, yep. You should be able to select like any mission you wanted if you want like specific stuff for classrooms and stuff, like anything in the Americas or related to space or electricity or whatnot, but I don't remember how to get that. That might be a post-game thing.
Your next stop in time is the 11th century. You'll land in Vinland. You know it as North America, but no one will call it that for another 500 years. Leif Erikson and his band of Vikings should have departed for Greenland by now, but they're going nowhere fast. Find out what's holding them up. I'm sending Rock Solid to be your good guide. Rock's an expert explorer, and in the wilderness of Vinland, that's just what you'll need. He's got your time cuffs and another Chronopedia chapter. Good luck scouting, Time Scout!
It's Leif Erikson Day! Inga-dinga-durgan.
This must be where the Vikings landed in North America in 1002. But the Vikings should have sailed home by now. We better find out what went wrong.
Ah! My ship! A scoundrel's run off with my poor ship! It's almost reached the horizon!
Now, this design confuses me. Why does he look like he's wearing a backwards baseball cap?
By Thor's hammer, my ship has been pilfered! I must summon my crew for a thing! Leif Erikson's the name. I'm an explorer like my father, Eric the Red. I've led my loyal crew here to Vinland.
Leif Erikson was also known as Leif the Lucky, but Luckless might be a better name for him today.
It is, landsman, it is. Another Greenlander, Bjarni Haraldson, passed these shores but never landed. That was an honor he left for me. And now I must return to Greenland. Why, to spread tidings of my discovery to the Norse people. And after 8 long months here, even a mighty explorer can get homesick. A thieving rogue took our ship. Without it, we'll be marooned in Vinland forever. Alas, no. But I did catch a whiff of something vile in the air. I'll keep an eye on the ship while you summon my crew for a thing. A thing is an assembly of Norsemen gathered to make an important group decision. This democratic practice was brought from Iceland to Greenland by my father, Eric the Red. With a fleet of 25 ships, my father, Eric the Red, sailed from Iceland to settle Greenland in 985. Of course, everyone must contribute their opinion before a decision is reached. There'd always be doubt if we left someone out.
Now, somehow I'm thinking thing is not what it'd officially be called. Let's see. Scots, sailors, Viking culture. Term Viking. Well, it says they would gather in things called things.
Hurry back!
Remember, just talk to me if you need any help, partner. Good eye. It's a scrap of Carmen's note to her thief.
Ah, Baron.
Welcome, but stand back. This sword is white hot.
Come on.
I'm Ivor the blacksmith. I make tools, weapons, and armor for the Norse community. Iron mostly. For a blacksmith, iron is as good as gold. I'm heating a braid of iron in my forge, then hammering it into a sword. It will be a beautiful piece, but I need a little silver to finish it off. Why, the sword is a Norseman's most valued weapon. We even give our swords dramatic names like Battle Fire or Dragon Bite. But I can't name this new sword until I have some silver. I'm afraid I can't leave until I've polished off this sword with some fine silver. A well-crafted sword deserves to gleam like a dragon's eye.
Axe. Yoink.
That's the battle axe we borrowed from Ivor. That's an ornamental necklace called Thor's hammer. Thor was one of the Viking gods, like Woden, Loki, and Frey. Some of the days of the week in our modern calendar are named after Norse gods.
Nowadays, you see them hanging off the necks of people who you want to punch in the face.
Farewell, travelers. Come back and visit my forge again.
So this map loops, so we'll head this way first. Grapes.
You know, Leif may have named this country Finland because of all the grapes growing here. Good thinking, but those grapes are out of reach.
See, that goes to the settlement, riverbank, hilltop. Go this way first.
Why, hello! Watch out for these tools, because I'm a chiseling fool. If I don't flatten this stone, I can't carve my runes. I'm Olaf the Rune Maker. I record the exploits of my fellow Norsemen and our gods. I'm trying to flatten this rock, so I can carve some Norse runes. All letters in the Norse alphabet are made up of straight lines, so that they are easy to carve into stone. Sorry, not until I flattened this rock and finished my runes.
What have you been doing in 8 months?
You know, real Viking helmets didn't actually have horns. That's just a myth.
Horns? On a helmet?
Who starts these crazy rumors anyway? I'll catch you guys around. I mean around.
And now to the riverbank.
Hello there. I'm Turker the Southerner. I grew up in a country south of the Norse homeland. I was ape for a grape and fell out of the tree. I couldn't help myself. The delicious grapes around here do not grow in chilly Greenland.
Sorry, that water is cold. It's over my head, and I can't even tread. I believe I'll stay right here and wait for more palatable conditions.
You might be waiting there a long time. Ooh, silver. I think we need that.
A shard of Carmen's card. Our thief can't be too far.
Hello again.
I thought I could ask him about stepping across these after they fell in.
Those stones are really stepping out, aren't they?
Thanks for dropping in.
And now that we've looped once, let's start solving the puzzles. Here, have some silver.
A nugget of pure silver. Thank you. Now I can finish my sword.
That's the last piece of Carmen's note. Let's decode her tattered text.
Modern word for starboard.
Now that the note's together, it's time to fire up the time cuffs for an arrest.
Even though we are nowhere near where we need to be for the arrest. You know what might help this rock? A nice tumble.
Put your shoulder behind it and give that stump a solid thump.
Woohoo! This boulder's broken flat. At last I can carve out my runes.
Runes often described details of Norse mythology, but these runes are more personal. They say, I, Olaf the Runemaker, defeated a mighty boulder here in 1002. Sure he did. A rock on a rock is just what we needed. We've got the grapes.
We know someone who is excited about grapes. And somehow we have more than one vine of grapes. You know, eating those stems are probably not good for your digestion.
Welcome to the thing. We have a decision to make. Shall we recover the stolen ship and return home, or instead accept where Thor's hammer has fallen and settle here in Vinland? Personally, I would like to return to Greenland with news of our discovery.
I've had enough fighting and raiding. Vinland is pleasant enough. We Norsemen should strike fear into the hearts of our enemies. Let's reclaim our ship.
Now that the choices are clear, let's vote and decide what to do. All who prefer to remain in Vinland, show your cowardly mitts, and let no one say this thing is rigged. Now, all those noble souls who would prefer to reclaim our ship and return in glory to Greenland, please raise your loyal hands.
He's not biased or
anything. It doesn't take the
anything.
wisdom of Woden to see that a tie won't help us decide. Let us reconsider the issues at hand. As I said, I vote we recover our Norse ship and sail home to Greenland. What are your votes?
We should settle this new land for future generations of Norsemen, just as Eric the Red settled Greenland.
We've been away from our families for 8 long months. Let's recover our ship and return to Greenland. Let's stay. Remember, there aren't any grapes back in Greenland.
Do you think we should say something?
Yes. Yes, we
What
should.
are you doing, landsman? Only worthy Norsemen can vote in a thing.
But Leif, we are worthy Norsemen, in spirit.
That's quite a claim. You must prove it. All Norsemen of worth know that we have named our days after the gods of Valhalla. Frey is the Norse god of sunshine and rain. What day comes before Frey's day?
One sounds like Thursday, but
We say Thor's Day.
That's right. But you might have been lucky, like me. I'm going to pose you one more question. Woden, the god of war, is the greatest of the Norse gods. What day comes before Woden's day?
probably the other T-Day.
We say Tears Day.
Right again. You must be Norsemen after all. We'd be honored if you'd vote in the thing. Now that the choices are clear, let's vote and decide what to do. All who prefer to remain in Vinland, show your cowardly mitts. And let no one say this thing is rigged. Now, all those noble souls who would prefer to reclaim our ship and return in glory to Greenland, please raise your loyal hands. Well done. The issue is decided. Prepare the landing boat for battle.
Great job. With our help, the Vikings have reclaimed their stolen ship. The Vikings are ready to set sail, but we still need to catch a stowaway. Take a look at Carmen's note and remember the time cuffs.
Okay, so raiders, traders, skillful sailors. The modern English word starboard, meaning the right-hand side of the ship, comes from the Norse steerboard. And look! A steerboard! It helps if I hit it on the right spot.
Of course! Our thieving rascal is hiding behind the steerboard to starboard. Come on, Baron. We've got a nice bare cell ready for you at Acme headquarters.
You may have caught me, but you'll never wipe away the Baron's gleaming grin.
Looking good, Time Scout. I must say, those Vikings have nothing on you in the toughness department. Oh, thanks, Rock. You restored Viking history, and thanks to you, Leif Erikson will make it back to Europe to spread the word about the New World.
Well, Time Scout, you're quite an opponent. You apprehended the Baron, but there's no way you'll foil my next foray. It's already underway. Ta-ta.
Sounds like the time crime wave is continuing. There's another history mystery to be solved straight ahead. Are you ready to take on the case?
Indeed I am.
This tunnel only jumps ahead a dozen years to 1015. But you're going from the wilderness to high culture, the kingdom of Japan during the Heian era. Murasaki Shikibu should be writing the world's first novel by now, but her pages are blank. Go seek out the source of her writer's block. I'll be sending along Acme's most artistically gifted good guide, Renee Sens. She has your time cuffs, your new Chronopedia chapter, and all the culture you could ask for. Hope you look good in a kimono, Time Scout. Best of luck!
Welcome to Heian-era Japan. It's nighttime in the year 1015. There's Murasaki Shikibu, who should be cooking up her famous novel, The Tale of Genji. But it looks like her creative sizzle has fizzled.
My heart drifts aimlessly like the hours on a moonless night. I feel more sadness than I have for many seasons.
What a syllabic slip-up! The Tale of Genji is supposed to be the world's first novel. We better track down what's troubling Murasaki and get her weaving wondrous words again.
But first, a note!
This is no ordinary scrap. It's a Carmen note, which puts us a measure closer to an arrest.
The fabric soft and bright.
Hello. I'd say I'm gladdened by your presence, if I was glad. If only I could work on my novel. My spirits flutter aimlessly like the last leaves of autumn. A thief has taken my book's first chapter, and with it, a piece of my soul. I can continue my novel no longer. Only the face of the full moon answers my inner questions. Can you bring it here to my room? Perhaps if you study the other rooms close by, you'll find cause for reflection. I was writing a novel. It's called The Tale of Genji. My novel is a long romance about Prince Genji and his many adventures in Japanese court life. I believe it's a very important work. I'm trying a new literary style called a novel. It's not a light tale. I look deeply into the lives of the characters and question why they do what they do. We're close to Empress Shoshi's royal palace. I'm her lady-in-waiting. For a funnier joke, perhaps? A lady-in-waiting waits on the Empress. I bring her clothes in the morning, keep her company, those sorts of things. It's easy work that allows me much time to write. I store my colorful kimonos back there. You may try them on if you'd like to fit in.
It takes two to tango. We'll need a jacket and the perfect lining to go with it. Now what should I choose? Without a ray of moonlight in here, I can hardly see the floor. Maybe things will brighten up later. Can you feel the burn? That's the sun.
Let me make a very ugly combo.
A beautiful jacket. Now hand me a colorful lining to go with it. But what would my mother think?
My quill quivers, but not with novel inspiration. Without the moon, I'm only idly scratching away.
Ah, the sky. What a perfect night for moonlighting. This spot puts a spring in my step.
Japanese poetry often uses images of nature to express thoughts and feelings. Murasaki uses such images in both her poetry and her prose.
Maybe we should listen to some of it.
Japanese poetry has traditionally made great use of metaphor, phrases that have double meanings, some of them definitely funny. I eat thieves for breakfast, but sadly, no one has stopped by for a meal.
When the bush warbler appears, the Japanese know that spring's about to begin, just like the robin in America.
So, those clothes. You need to transform that kimono at least a bit.
No need to take my head off over it.
Do come again.
This place is making me blue. Since I'm not sad, I must be shivering.
What do you want here? Why, yes. And she stumbled over my kotatsu. And if hitting my heater wasn't enough, she also tossed this litter on the ground.
That C note means we're right on track.
Yay! No. Spun from a worm's cocoon, sign of the zodiac.
You're back for another frosty reception, I see. Of course, I'm an Imperial Guard, right? I'll ice any intruders. Why, yes. I wanted to study interior design, but father insisted on guard school. Now there was a man with no fashion sense. Stay warm.
Autumn House.
This is the season to turn over a new leaf.
Our folklore tells about the magic rabbit who lives in the moon. The man in the moon put him there for being the kindest of the animals. Some folk tales say that he bakes rice cakes for us to eat. Others say he grinds a jade elixir, a source of eternal life. He's certainly industrious. Of course not. I'm a professional. I'd be in big trouble if I let a mere thief slip by. So wrong, don't fall out of touch.
This room makes me feel like hot stuff.
Yes? This proud sword is part of the Imperial regalia handed down for centuries from one Japanese emperor to the next. In a sense, I'm holding Japan's shining history right here in my hand. Not without proper preparation. The way of the sword trains the mind while teaching combat skills. Without careful study, you'll poke your eye out. Perhaps because of my red-hot disposition. If you can't stand the heat, try another room. No, things around here have been as dull as a hot summer day.
Okay, now that we've been here,
Stay cool.
let's go back here and listen to some poetry.
Check this out. We're in Japan, but these scrolls were written in Chinese.
Yes, I wrote those. It is difficult to believe, but Japanese women are not allowed to read and write in Chinese. I have to hide those scrolls, or they'll discover my secret talents.
No, that's the one I want.
These poems here seem to be written about the Japanese seasons. Murasaki, can you read a few?
What poem is your pleasure? Rain softly fingers our bright summer kimonos wrapped over yellow.
Murasaki, can we hear another poem about the seasons?
My pleasure. Which one would you like to hear? The harvest moon's hearth warms our autumn kimonos splendid over green.
Gee, these sound like combinations we need to use.
Murasaki, can we hear another poem about the seasons?
My pleasure. Which one would you like to hear? Beneath Mount Fuji, our winter kimonos drift over brilliant red.
Murasaki, can we hear another poem about the seasons?
My pleasure. Which one would you like to hear? Paddling our frail boats, we drape our spring kimonos gently over blue.
Okay. So we have the yellow part right for this. And the screens in the rooms kind of showed us what we needed to put on. This should be the summer kimono.
My quill quivers, but not with novel inspiration. Without the moon, I'm only idly scratching away.
Yep, we already heard you say that. And now for something that probably does not work in real life.
Bravo! Those hot threads set this place on fire! Stay cool!
Let's see, next was Autumn. Autumn had this one. If I remember right, she said green.
Hey, that's hot. But will it start a trend?
My heart is a dark well, even more so than usual.
What an eye for! Your kimono colors seem most suitable for my room. So wrong, don't fall out of touch.
My quill quivers.
Yep, I know. See, winter was white and red, I believe.
But what would my mother think? But what would...
Yeah, you just said that.
My heart.
Nice outfit you have there. A stylish match for my cool room. Stay warm.
And finally, spring. We had the right jacket, we just needed a different liner.
Beautiful! Your fine kimono flourishes here, like the first buzz of spring. Do come again.
Changing music.
The moonlight's returned, and with it, my joy. I can write again.
Just part of our job description. Ooh, what a little moonlight can do. This little moonbeam seems to have cast new light on the case.
And some appears to be pouring in here.
High five! Let's see how these puzzle pieces harmonize.
Sign of the Zodiac, short whiskers and a naked tail.
With Carmen's note in one telltale piece, I'll activate the time cuffs.
To the Chronopedia! And since, moles aren't on here, I suppose we're going with the Year of the Rat. Hiragana and Kanji. Okay, wait, which one? Okay, I want the Hiragana. That one, I believe.
You're using your smarts now. The Carmen note tells us you made the right choice. Naturally, you smelled a rat in that Zodiac drawer. Mediva's the last evil diva who ever darkened these doorways. It's back to Acme headquarters for you, Mediva, for a long spell in solitary.
Don't think you'll keep me under wraps for long, agents. I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve. Huh.
Terrific tracking time, Scout. The world's first novel is well on its way to publication. Thanks to you, Mediva's in a cell, and Murasaki is moonlighting her way into history. Because of you, the novel will become the world's favorite literary form. Readers around the world, thank you. You're doing excellent work, and now's your chance to do more of the same. Another case is coming up fast. Will you take it on?
But of course.
We're whizzing down the years to feudal England in the 9th century. By now, William the Conqueror should be done conquering and on his way to kinghood. But William's worried, and something's amiss. See what you can find out. Politics will be coming along as your good guide. If anyone can figure out the problems of an ancient political system, she's the one. Good luck, Time Scout. And don't swim in any moats.
Know why the Chrono Skimmer rules? Because we always arrive right on time. We're in England, 1086, and I'm standing by William the Conqueror, the French ruler of Normandy and England.
Hey, you two. Watch your heads. There's a siege going on.
A siege? That explains all the soldiers outside. We'll help you withstand this siege, King William.
Okay.
That port is full of boiling water, which we pour down on enemies trying to climb the walls. It leaves them boiling mad. Behold!
Hey! Quit it! Oh, that was my best siege uniform!
Hail, friends! At least I hope you are friends. Those Saxons always seem to be knocking at my gates. I am William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy and also King of England. Although those Saxons seem to disagree with that last part. Although I am from Normandy, I had a legitimate claim to the English throne, so I invaded in 1066. I conquered my rival, Harold, at the Battle of Hastings. As king, I created a feudal society where peasants work for lords, lords work for barons, and barons work for me. It's good to be the king.
Okay, Mel Brooks.
Oh, the Saxons are revolting. Again, someone stole my doomsday book, and the Saxons, taking it as a sign of weakness, have decided to try and overthrow my castle with a siege. The Doomsday Book is a record of all the people and property in England, from the lowliest serf to the highest noble. It really helps me keep tabs on everyone. Perhaps they need a bath? But seriously, the Saxons are not happy having a foreign king like me. I burned much of the North Country to the ground once. But will they let bygones be bygones? No!
You know, historical figures aren't always angels, but our Acme job is to put history back on track. If William doesn't remain king, all of English history might change.
It's a good thing Carmen never tries to steal anything from, like, Nazi Germany or anything.
This stone castle I recently built is strong enough to withstand any Saxon attack. But with this siege going on outside, I'm having trouble bringing in fresh supplies. Ah, a noble offer. I happen to have a secret passage out of this castle. Squeeze through and go find my barons and lords. Tell them my soldiers need some bread.
A note!
It's a Carmen note! Our thief must have slipped through this secret passage.
Au revoir. Hurry back.
Fancy.
Hello. Welcome to my castle. Certainly. I am Baron Dupont, a peer without peer. I am also the ruler of this castle. Through talent and wisdom, of course. Oh, and it helped that I supported William the Conqueror when he invaded England. William gave most of the baronships to other French Normans like myself. Oh, it can be quite tiresome. These Saxons don't like having a foreign baron ruling them. To prevent them from rebelling, I must keep them very busy. I make sure they're always doing their specific jobs. Knowing their last names helps a lot.
Subtle hint.
Help you? But I am a nobleman. It is very uncommon for me to help commoners. For the king? Why didn't you say so? In that case, helping you would be my crowning glory. What can I do to help? I know little of petty activities like making bread. Here's a list of my subjects. Perhaps one of them can help you.
So yeah, last names gives obvious jobs. Carpenter, Fletcher, Baker, Weaver, Smith, Mason. See what happens if we select the wrong one. What one am I not going to see? Do the Mason.
Greetings. What can I do for you, Baron?
King William needs bread for his troops. Can you help?
Bread? Me? Sorry. I can make a brick oven, perhaps, but not bread.
Well, thank you anyway. Good day.
Everyone seems to have super speed for some reason.
Salutations once again. Certainly. Have a pleasant conversation.
Salutations, dear Baron. May I help you?
King William needs bread for his troops. Can you help?
I would love to bake you some bread, but I am flourless and thus powerless. Do you have any flour?
No flour? Well, check with the lord down the road. As I am a baron and he is only a lord, the feudal system requires that he help me out.
We're off to the Lord.
It's only as I replay this I realize how small some of these areas actually are. We've visited every screen in this case already now.
Welcome to my estate, travelers. Of course, I've forgotten my manners. I am Lord Maynard. I report to Baron Dupont. Exactly. The Baron owns this estate and several others, but I live here and run it for him. He gives orders to me, and I pass the orders on to my peasants. It's the feudal way, you know. Oh, the usual things. I dispense justice, I listen to peasants complain about taxes, that sort of nonsense. A nobleman's work is never done. Well, not really. Most of this land was lent to me by Baron Dupont. In turn, I lend some of the land to peasants who work the soil. The French would call these peasants villeins. Well, it works like this. I lend some land to the villeins, and they in exchange give me part of the food they harvest from this land. Such are the ways of the feudal system.
Seems rather feudal.
The Baron needs flour? Well, I'm happy to help, of course. In fact, it is my feudal duty. Well, I do not have any flour on me at the moment, but one of my peasants may be able to help. Just point one out.
See. Hunter, Fisher, Miller, and Cooper are obvious. Cartwright, I think I get. What the hell is a tailor? Unless they mean like an actual tailor.
Greetings. What can I do for you, Lord?
The Baron needs flour to bake bread. Can you help?
Dear me, I can't make flour. Sewing is more my specialty.
Very well then, you're dismissed.
Well, they meant an actual tailor, but spelled it with a proper name.
Greetings once again, travelers. But of course, it is such a pleasant experience.
I also realized how stupid I sounded after I had said tailor out loud.
Lordy Lord, good day. What can I do for you?
We need to bake bread for the Baron. Can you get us some flour?
Yes, I can make some flour for you. I am a miller, after all. Here it is. Freshly milled flour for the Baron's bread. All yours.
Yoink. What's up with this guy?
That peasant is being punished for stealing a chicken. He must spend one full day locked in the stockades while people toss rotten vegetables at him.
Bummer. Must be humiliating, especially if they use broccoli. Yuck.
That peasant is being
Nope,
punished
same
for...
dialogue.
Bummer. Alrighty then. Let's head back to Baron DuPont.
Some flour for your baker.
Oh, this flour is perfect. I'll see what I can bake up. Hold on. Voila! My best bread for the king's best men.
Yoink.
That is a moat and Bailey castle out there. My men dig a deep moat, piling the dirt up inside to make a tall hill. Then we build a wooden castle on the hill. Voila! 2 defenses for the price of 1.
Okay, now how... Oh, the door.
All right. Let's sneak past the siege and back into William's castle.
Huh. The oil is still poured. How about that?
Fresh bread. My hungry troops and I thank you. And now, my next task. We need more weapons. Could you stop by the Baron's place and see if he has any swords?
Absolutely. Happy to help your kingship.
Au revoir. Hurry back.
Yeah, this one's a whole lot of back and forth.
Salutations once again. One of my subjects might give you the edge you need. With whom do you care to speak?
How do you do, Mr. B? What do you need?
King William is calling for more swords. Can you make them?
Oh, I'd dearly love to forge some swords, but the water barrel I use to cool my red-hot metals has sprung a leak. If you can find me a new barrel, I can forge ahead.
You need a barrel? I believe the lord next door can roll one out for you.
Greetings once again, travelers. Ah, no, you've got me over a barrel on that one. Let's check with one of my peasants.
Cooper.
Hello, good lord. May I be of service?
The Baron wants a barrel. Can you help?
A barrel? I'm happy to make you a barrel. Back in a flash. Ta-da! The finest barrel a baron could ask for. It won't leak a drop.
Now, I wonder if that was in the Chronopedia. This fun fact might be handy. Stolen vessels, some ladies. Nope, doesn't mention anything about those. Okay. So you just kind of gotta know.
Ah, now that's a fine watertight barrel. I'll fill it with water and make some swords in no time. There you go. The finest swords in England. A real cut above the ordinary.
And we stick them in our pocket.
These swords will give me the edge over those Saxons. But now, my archers are all out of arrows. This is your final task. Check with my Baron and see if he has any arrows to spare.
Sheesh. King William's got us pulling a lot of strings.
Au revoir. Hurry back.
Salutations once again. One of my servants can surely help. Which one should I call?
The Fletcher.
Good day to you all. What is the Baron's bidding?
William's men need a new batch of arrows. Can you help?
Sorry, I'd make you the straightest arrows in England, but I'm a little light on feathers right now. Do you happen to have any?
No feathers for the arrows? You might be able to pluck some from the lord down the road. By feudal law, he is obligated to help me.
How do you have none of the things you need to do your jobs?
Greetings once again, travelers. I'm a lord, not a lark, but one of my subjects might be able to help. Who should I call?
Hunter.
Hello, Lord. How can I help?
My friend the Baron requires some fine feathers. Do you have any?
Feathers? Certainly. I'll use me hunting falcon to bring down some birds for you. Won't be but a moment. I'm back, and I bagged quite a few birds. I hope the feathers help.
That didn't exactly sound like airborne birds.
Silverific! You scored a shred of the Carmen note.
A banner.
Well, look at all these feathers. Just what a Fletcher needs. They'll make my arrows fly straight and true. Here you are. These are some of my finest arrows.
Ah, yes. 4 arrows. That's really going to turn the tide of battle.
Once I pass out these fine arrows, my men will easily repulse the Saxon siege. Victory is certain! How about joining me in a celebration feast?
Well, I'm not sure, Your Kingness.
Come on, you can do a jig with my dancing bear.
A dancing bear? Fantabulous! Count us in! William was right. The arrows we brought did the trick, and the siege is over. It's time to celebrate at this wild Norman dinner party.
Yes, eat, eat. We Normans specialize in fine feasts.
Superific! The final mote of the Carmen note.
Your speech pattern reminds me of Penny from Ruby.
Hold on, I'm activating the time cups.
Dogs often roam the banquet halls sniffing out table scraps. Their thick fur can make for a handy napkin, you know.
Poor dog.
Oh, that siege has wearied my bones. I'm much too tired to talk.
No wonder. When he's not battling, William I must juggle being King of England and ruler of Normandy and France, both at the same time.
That loyal fellow is my royal taster. He tries a bit of all my food before I eat to make sure nothing is poison. Tasters are easy to find, but hard to keep.
Go figure.
Only my most honored or powerful guests are permitted to sit with me here at the head table. I like to give them a heady dining experience. We Normans use live bears for entertainment. I love it when they stand on their hind legs to dance.
That poor bear looks all jigged out. Sometimes, instead of bowls, the Normans ate soup using tough bread called trenchers that could soak up the grease. I don't suppose they used napkins either.
No, we've already established this. They use dogs.
In feudal England, the fork wasn't invented yet, so folks ate their meat with their hands or from the tips of their sharp knives.
Anyway, the note mentioned banner. So banner it
Good
is.
thinking! The Bayeux Tapestry is a story banner telling how King William conquered England. We've slapped the cuffs on that wily warmonger, General Mayhem. No more warmongering for you, General Mayhem. You're heading back to Acme.
I'll just have to plot a whole new campaign while stationed in the slammer.
Congratulations! You clapped the cuffs on General Mayhem and put that big old Domesday book back on the shelf. Old King William is a happy conqueror. And thanks to you, England's noble traditions will survive the centuries. I've decided to promote you. Consider yourself a time trooper. Congratulations. If you like, we could troop on ahead where another case is waiting. What do you say?
Yeah, I think I've got one more case in me.
You're tunneling to the 13th century, where China's Yuan dynasty is powering up. But an historical link between East and West is missing. Better explore the problem, Time Trooper. You'll be in the large, capable hands of good guide Rock Solid, explorer par excellence. As usual, he's got your cuffs and more background information for you to check out. Remember, China is huge, so wear your walking shoes.
We made it, Trooper. We're in China in 1271. This year marks the start of the Yuan dynasty and the reign of Kublai Khan. And look, there's the wise Khan right over there.
The Khan is not pleased. I was looking forward to a visit from the Polos, and now this.
Say, the Khan looks pretty put out after scanning that scroll.
His voice sounded like someone I remember from Space Quest 6.
The Polos have fallen victim to a thief on the Silk Road. Even worse, without the oils they hope to bring, the Polos have headed back for Europe. I am Kublai Khan, ruler of the Mongols and conqueror of the Chinese Sung dynasty. Only a few rebels in the south still defy the power of my mighty Mongol army. My people, the Mongols, are a great warrior tribe from the northern highlands. We've ruled China since the time of my grandfather, Genghis Khan.
Now, I've heard multiple pronunciations, Genghis Khan and Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan.
My grandfather, Genghis Khan, was a Mongol warlord who overran the Great Wall, ruthlessly conquering northern China and ferociously battling to the very edge of Europe. My rule, fortunately, has been a bit more civilized. My foreign friends, the Polos, were bringing precious oils from their distant homeland, but a dishonorable thief has stolen this gift. The Polos are merchants from a place called Italy, far to the west. They came here years ago and promised to return with gifts from their homeland. The great Khan has learned to trust foreign visitors and accepts your offer. Please help the Polos for me. To speed your travels, I grant you full use of my golden tablet of passage, which allows safe travel throughout my domain. Surely you know of the Silk Road. It is the ancient path all merchants take to journey east and west. What is not? Porcelain, silk, even the paper money my people make here in Kanbalik. Indeed we do. Our convenient paper money is made from the bark of mulberry trees, like the one that shades me now. Indeed, firecrackers are most useful in celebrations and to frighten away evil demons. Behold.
Ah, a scaredy cat.
Come, Sung. The Khan's cat must be braver.
Yoink. And And a yoink.
I wish my hands were not so idle for lack of silk. I'd rather be spinning silk than sipping soup. Greetings. I am Sung Hee, one of many silk weavers here in Xiangfu, where women have made silk weaving an art. Strangers, Xiangfu is a most famous city. If you want the finest silk, there is no better place than right here. My silkworms can produce no silk, for they have nothing to eat. Silkworms are finicky eaters and will feast only on the leaves of the mulberry tree. I cannot. My mulberry tree is all out of leaves. My poor worms are starving. I would like to eat my soup, but this spoon has a mind of its own. Scholars tell me it detects strange energy properties. All I know is that each time I set it down, the spoon spins and points in the same direction.
Oh shit. A raid of 9. I don't know why the alert for the raid didn't go off. Well, thank you for that scenario.
I would gladly give it away, but this is my only spoon. I got them from a trader near Sachao. I hope I didn't make a foolish trade.
Also, thank you for the follows, Sarah Hyde.
Farewell. Pleasant journey.
Heya, barter and trade with me. I've got wagon loads of fabulous goods. Honest travelers, I am Huang, a merchant who travels the Silk Road. The Silk Road stretches countless miles. Goods pass from merchant to merchant, making their way from east to the distant west, though I myself have traveled only as far as the nearby desert. I could be convinced to part with certain items if you have something of value to trade. I have a passion for silk. I can trade it anywhere from Kambalik to the Great Desert.
So we need silk for bowls?
This pottery is wonderfully delicate.
Oh yeah, go to bed.
As thin as paper. You won't find work this fine anywhere else in the world. For the secret of making porcelain is known only to us, the Chinese.
One more screen to visit.
Safe travels, my friends.
You know, I just remembered I missed a note on the
That
screen.
C note means we're hot on the paper trail of our perpetrator.
It doesn't matter what order you grab the notes, they'll always give you first, second, third. For the sake of trying it.
Marco! Marco Polo! I got lost. We need some device to find our way through this land of sand.
So this game is Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time. It was released in the 90s, but then it was called Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. It's the more kid-friendly one compared to the original, like, Where in the World and Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego.
Safe travels, my friends.
Nope.
Hey, that's a piece of Carmen's note. The thief was here. Wow, those worms have an appetite just like mine. Big.
Thank you for your kindness. Please accept this gift of silk in gratitude.
Oh yeah, I still have my original CDs of this. Granted, I had to make disk images to make this work on DOSBox.
Farewell. Pleasant journey.
You wanted silk.
What fine silk! In return, I shall give you this porcelain bowl. And to prove my generosity, I'll add the spoon for free.
Could I just have the spoon, maybe?
Safe travels,
It
my
goes a while. Like, this is case 6, I want to say. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, case 6. And there's 18 plus the epilogue case, so I'm done. This will be about a third of the way through, so it's maybe 3 or 4 streams, depending on how many I'm able to get done in a stream. Also here, have a bowl that does not have a spinning spoon.
Many thanks for the new bowl. Let me give you this bowl and spinning spoon in return.
And boy, a spinning metal spoon that points the same direction every time.
Farewell. Pleasant journey.
And despite giving her the new bowl, she'll still set it down with the spoon pointing the way the metal spoon pointed.
Safe travels, my friends.
That's using your head. This compass will point us in the right direction.
I play all kinds of things. Before this, I was doing Sword of Mana. Let's see, what else have I done? I did,
really helped us cook through that desert.
Ekenfell.
You're not alone. I do believe we've found Marco Polo and his party.
I've joined my father Niccolo and Uncle Maffeo on their second visit to the Khan. But without our oils, our caravan will have to turn back.
I tend to do RPGs and point and clicks. Occasional other things thrown in here and there.
Buongiorno. Have you any oil? Ours was stolen. I am Marco Polo, the son
not
of
so
a
much.
merchant, and I have come here from the faraway European land called Italy.
Anytime I play a mainstream game the way I play them, it's not really good for streaming just because I'll play huge chunks on my own, and typically with newer games, I want to play as much as I can in my free time.
Italy is quite far away in distance, and the whole world away in customs. I have much to learn about China and its people. Our plan to bring precious oils to the mighty Khan was foiled by a thief in strange garments who looked neither European nor Chinese.
Like, pretty much all of my streams are also uploaded as VODs on my YouTube, which I think is somewhere in my About page.
The oil thief proved too slippery to catch, but I'm sure he's around here somewhere. I'm not even 20, and already traveling is in my blood. The past 3 years' journey east with my father and uncle has been magnifico. A life of adventure awaits. If only I can meet the Khan.
Yeah, I think I can understand that.
I've joined my father Niccolo and Uncle Maffeo on...
That's pretty much what you said in the dialogue already.
So long. Best of luck bringing down that bandit.
Yikes! That's a Siberian tiger, one of the largest cats in the world. I hope you're ready to earn your stripes. That tyrannical tiger's blocking our view into the cave. I can't see inside.
Well, good thing we know cats hate firecrackers.
Nice job, Trooper. You really made that tiger turn tail. Looks like someone's been digging up coal out of this sooty old mine.
I seem to be missing a piece of note somewhere.
Arrivederci.
Oh, thanks for the lurk, Hex. I'm actually going to be done soon. Did I miss a page back to the first screen?
Pleasant journey.
Okay, where am I missing a note? Oh wait, I remember. I missed it when he picked up the bowl.
Hoo-wah! We found the final fragment of the Carmen note. It'll help us find our fiendish Fink.
The plot is Carmen Sandiego has taken Acme's chrono skimmer and is now stealing artifacts and other things in time. We're capturing her henchmen and restoring history to its proper path.
Now that the C note's complete, I'll activate the time cuffs.
Safe travels, my friends.
That's the great
Well, we are a good guy. Nope, nope, that's not the way I wanted to go. Why do you keep making me go backwards?
Safe.
Marco! I got lost.
Really?
That's you.
There we go.
So long. Best of luck bringing down that bandit.
Alright, so the hint is the layer of the black stone. He mentions this is coal.
Looks like someone's been digging up coal out of this sooty old mine. Right! The lair of the black stone must be a Chinese coal mine.
Oh yeah, I beat this game a long time ago. Like, this game is from the mid-90s.
Let's go, Jekyll and Hyde.
My dear Acme friends, I know you're only doing your jobs.
But you won't keep me locked up for long, losers!
Excellent work! You rescued the Polo family, jailed Jacqueline Hyde, and did some pretty sharp bartering, too. Thanks to you, trade between Europe and Asia will blossom, changing the course of both cultures with a bang. Congratulations, Time Trooper!
So, you've snagged another of my sidekicks. I'll admit it. You're a talented time trooper. But you'll never stop my next scheme.
Looks like Carmen's causing more crime just ahead in time. Can you take this case?
Nah, it's been about 2 hours, so...
When you're ready to continue, we'll pick up our search right here.
So yeah, be unbind my mouse. Thank you everyone for joining me. They trip down memory lane, for me at least. That was Windows 95. I have it installed on a DOS box to make the game run. But oh, well, thank you, Custom Gamer. I will be back probably Sunday with some more of this, so have a good evening, everyone who is in here.